all so much for the questions that you submitted for our live chat that was supposed to be on Friday, and I'm really sorry we weren't able to get to that on Friday. Life got in the way and I wasn't able to go live on Friday, but I still wanted to answer the questions that you all had submitted. And thank you so much for answering or submitting questions. And I would love to know the same things about you all. These questions I actually really love because I'm passionate about every single thing that's asked on this list. And I want to know the same for you all. So the first question is, what is your favorite homemaking task? And so my favorite homemaking task is being in the kitchen and creating meals that bring my family together to connect around the table. That's my favorite homemaking task. It's very simple, and that is probably the most important thing to me and the driving factor behind why I love being a homemaker and why I love being in the kitchen and cooking meals from scratch for my family. And then the second question is, what is your favorite season? And if you've been watching the videos for very long, then you probably already know my favorite season is fall. But the reason that fall is my favorite season is because of Thanksgiving. And growing up, it was my most favorite holiday because it meant that all of my family from Ohio came down to Kentucky, and we had a huge family gathering, and all of my cousins, which was a lot of us, got to play. So my mom is one of 5 children, so we had quite a big family, and there was lots of kids to play with, and we made many, many memories that will last a lifetime. So that's why I love fall, because of Thanksgiving. The third question is, how are the piglets? And the piglets are doing really well. We've weaned Lola's piglets, and they will be going off to their new homes very soon. And then Rosie's piglets are doing well also, and they'll be going off to their homes in the coming weeks. And we're keeping 2 of Rosie's to raise up to slaughter for our own pork. So it's very exciting to think now we'll have our own farm-raised chicken, and then also our own farm-raised pork in the freezer. And then hopefully we'll also be getting some deer, because it's almost deer season and we're out. So fingers crossed for Dave to get a deer. The fourth question, 1, 2, 3, 4, is, why did you choose to homeschool? So the reason we chose to homeschool is because we want to spend more time together as a family and instill in our children our own morals and values that are important to us. And we feel that will help them lead a very mature, wholesome life into adulthood. And also, we want them to be able to spend as much time outside as possible. So we live on a farm. We have a lot of different things that we do. They love to play outside, and spending 6+ hours outside a day and learning through nature and learning through play is really important. And we think that it's very beneficial for them. So those are the reasons we chose to homeschool. There are many, many more, obviously, but that was one of the questions I wanted to answer. And just to kind of pack in with the homeschool question about socialization, I get that a lot. We're part of a really wonderful church community. We're part of a lovely, wonderful family that gets together all the time, lots of cousins to play with. We have wonderful friends with children close to our age, so we get together and do park play dates with and things like that. So our kids are getting lots of socialization with kids of all different ages and adults of all different ages as well. If you all want to submit any more questions, feel free to do that in the comments. What's your all's favorite season? What's your favorite homemaking task? If you homeschooled, why did you choose to do that? I want to know all of those things about you all as well. I just think it's fun to read through and see different people's perspectives on things. So anyway, we will get into this week's video, which is going to focus in on resetting the home and getting the home ready for the week ahead. It's super important to me to get everything in order and have a calm and peaceful start to the week. And these are some of the things I like to do and get done just to be able to start off on the right foot for the week ahead. So I hope you all enjoy it.
This is my homemade pine needle cleaner. If you watched my previous video, I'll link it below. It shows how I created this recipe with pine needles and vinegar, and I use it in a glass spray bottle mixed with some warm hot water as just a multi-purpose cleaner, and it is super simple. So if you're interested in making that, I've got the blog recipe that I'll link below, and I also have the video. Getting the week started out with a clean home and preferably a clean and organized kitchen is definitely number one on my list whenever I am resetting my home for the week. As you can see, and I've talked about before, there are definitely times whenever everything is a mess, and this was a extremely busy weekend where we weren't home a lot and we had a lot going on, and so we weren't able to just kind of stay on top of everything the way that I normally like to do. And so I was in the kitchen getting everything back in order for the week that lies ahead, because I like to start the week with a nice, clean, and orderly home. I feel like that I function better in my home whenever it's nice and neat, and I feel like that the week just goes a lot better for me. And so the first step is definitely getting my kitchen in order, because I want to be able to get in there and cook and do the things I need to do for my family, and most of that occurs in the kitchen. My flower patches have really dried up a lot lately, and they are not producing as many beautiful flowers as they have been, which this time of year that starts to happen and they start to kind of die back. But I've still been going out there and trying to collect as many of the beautiful blooms as I can, but I also don't want to take too many, because all of the butterflies and the bees are out there getting their pollen, and I know that they need it and to harvest it for the winter, and so I don't want to take too much from them. But I also love getting some orange and red and white, different colors, so that I can add them into sort of a more fall seasonal arrangement. And so I got a lot of beautiful colors and brought them in and created some more fall seasonal arrangements, and I really love just to have fresh flowers in the home for the start of the week. We were completely out of our homemade laundry detergent, and so I had to get on top of that so that I could get started with our laundry and getting all of that caught up for the week ahead so that I didn't have that kind of hanging over my head. So I love making this homemade DIY laundry detergent, and I have the recipe on my blog, and I will post below in the description the link to the blog post that walks you through how to make this and the complete recipe that I follow. So I've been using this for about a year now, and I absolutely love it. It is non-toxic and it is wonderful. It works so well. And so if you all are looking for a good, easy homemade laundry detergent, then you can click on that link and follow the recipe and make some for yourselves. I love taking little breaks in between doing the homemaking tasks I need to get done inside the home. And kind of one of these little breaks is going outside and just hanging up clothes to dry on the line. I don't do it all the time, but it was a beautiful day. And I just wanted to spend a little bit of time outside enjoying the weather and walking around on the farm. I hope that you all enjoyed this video, enjoyed the questions, and you can take some of these ideas, especially the laundry detergent, and make that for your own family, and make the pine needle cleaner and use that, and enjoy a nice, clean, orderly home for the week.